Hi friends, my name is Krishna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is going to be on fixed assets accounting. Before we talk about fixed assets, let us understand what is the meaning of an asset. Any article purchased by the business, not for resale, but for business use, is known as an asset. Example, I purchased a building, not for resale, but for business use. Building is an asset. I purchased furniture, not for resale, but for business use. Furniture is an asset. Right? This is the meaning of an asset. These assets are broadly categorized into two: tangible assets, intangible assets. What do you mean by tangible assets? Tangible assets are those assets have the physical existence. You can see them, you can touch them. Those assets are tangible assets. Intangible assets are those assets do not have a physical existence. You can't feel them, you can't touch them, you can't see them. Those assets are called intangible assets. Examples for intangible assets are goodwill, copyrights, trademarks. These are the examples for intangible assets. So we are not going to get into the intangible assets right now. Let us focus on fixed assets. What do you mean by fixed asset? An asset purchased for long-term use and expected not to be converted into cash in a year is known as fixed asset. Right? How do we account these fixed assets? That is what we are going to learn today. Right? Before we talk about fixed assets accounting, we need to understand the meaning of asset class. Why we need to understand asset classes? In our regular business, any multinational companies for that matter, how do they account their fixed assets? Before they account for fixed assets, they need to set the master data, asset master data, right? While setting the master data, they need to understand how to create this master data, right? For example, you go to vendor master data. In every vendor master data, it's a subledger, right? Basically, when vendor accounts comes under AP subledger. If you go and see the AP subledger, you see each vendor account is created and each vendor account is linked to the AP control account. Anyway, I'm going to cover this AP subledger topic separately as a part of P2P. But I just want to let you know that the way AP subledger has been created, similar way, fixed assets master data also need to be created. How do we create? If you want to create asset master data, you need to understand the asset class first. What do you mean by asset class? Group of similar type of assets is known as asset class. Group of similar type of assets. What do you mean by group of similar type of assets? Let us say I have purchased plant and machinery. Okay, I purchased plant and machinery. This plant and machinery, one plant and machinery I purchased in the year of 2022. I purchased another plant and machinery in 2021. I purchased another plant and machinery in 2020. Every year I am purchasing one plant and machinery, just for an example. So plant and machinery 1 I purchased in 22, plant and machinery 2 I purchased in 2021, plant and machinery 3 I purchased in 2020. So all these plant and machineries, whatever I purchased in different years, should come under one class, because these are all similar type of assets. Similar way, buildings. I purchased one building in 2020. I purchased another building in 2021. I purchased another building in 2022, third building. These are the three different buildings I purchased. All these three buildings should come under one type of class. Similar way for furniture. I purchased a table. I purchased a chair. I purchased a sofa set. These are all coming under furniture and fittings. One type of class. How do we structure this similar type of assets in our day-to-day business is something which I am going to talk about it now. Let us take an example of plant and machinery. If I take plant and machinery as an example, let us say I purchased a plant and machinery in 2020. Plant and machinery 1 I purchased in 2020 year. You need to create an account for this. Account in the sense you need to create an asset class. Let us say your asset class started with 100,000. You purchased another plant and machinery in 2021. What number you need to give? 100,001. This is the second plant and machinery, and this is the asset class number I have given to that. You purchased another plant and machinery 3 in 2022. For that you need to give 100,002. So 100,000 first plant and machinery. Second plant and machinery 100,001. Third plant and machinery 100,002. This is how you need to start giving numbering. Don't go ahead with the one series whatever I mentioned here. This differs company to company. I just gave you an example. This is an asset class. All these asset classes have to be linked to the GL account. Like the way I said in vendor master data, each vendor account you create in AP subledger, and all those vendor accounts have to be linked to one AP control account. Similar way, you create a different asset class for these assets, right? For example, in this case, you created 3 asset classes for plant and machinery. You cannot show all these different asset classes in the balance sheet. What you are supposed to do, all these 3 asset classes you created should be linked to plant and machinery GL account. You need to create a separate plant and machinery GL account. Let us say I am taking 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs is 200,000. This is the GL account for plant and machinery. This is the GL account for plant and machinery. So if I go to 200,000, I can say, I'll start saying that 2 lakhs. See 2 lakhs GL account. If I go to 2 lakhs GL account, I'll see plant and machinery account is mapped to there. Plant and machinery 2 is mapped to there. Plant and machinery 3 is also mapped there. So whatever asset classes you are creating under plant and machinery, that has to be linked to this 2 lakhs GL account. So in balance sheet, you see plant and machinery under 200,000 account. If you want to have the details of this plant and machinery, you need to go to the asset register. There you see, oh, 100,000 account, I have purchased one plant in 2020 and I have another plant 100,001, plant and machinery 2 purchased in 2021. I have another plant and machinery purchased 100,002 in 2022. This is how you get to see the asset details in asset register. But if you go to balance sheet, you get to see all these assets are mapped under 2 lakhs account. Clear? Let us say you purchased another plant and machinery in 2022, fourth plant and machinery. Right? What asset class you are supposed to give? 100,003. This is the asset class you are giving. With this plant and machinery, you purchased tools kit. Tools kit is also expensive, tools kit you purchased. That is also purchased along with this plant and machinery. Then how do you classify them? 100,003-0. This is the main asset. Then 100,003-1. -1 is your tools kit. Let us say you purchased a generator for running this plant and machinery. Then what do you do? 100,003-2. So all these three, one is generator, one is tools kit, and other one is plant and machinery. All the three put together comes under plant and machinery 4. But if you see here 0, 1, 2. 0 is what? Actual plant and machinery. 1 is what? Tools kit. 2 is what? Generator. These three you purchased, and all these three are coming under plant and machinery. So this is how you need to give the classification, asset classification. And all these three comes under, again, map to your GL account 2 lakhs. Clear? Let me take another example. Buildings. I purchased a building in 2020. Building 1. Or Godown 1, or whatever be the name you want to put, you can put. Building 1, I purchased in 2020. So I need to give an account code. What I will do is, I will give 150,000 account. I purchased another building 2 in 2021, 150,001. I purchased another building in 2022. I'll give 150,002. So these are the asset classes I am defining for each asset under the same category. 150,000 account comes under buildings. 150,001 also comes under building. 150,002, this is the third asset, also comes under building. All the three assets I create. After creating this asset class, what you are supposed to do? All these assets classes have to be mapped to one GL account, right? That will be, let us say, 2 lakhs on account, 200,001. This is for buildings. Whatever buildings you purchase under this category will be mapped to 200,001 account. This is the GL account. So if I go to balance sheet, The minute I see 200001, you can see whatever total buildings purchased by the business. But if you want to have the details of those buildings, how many buildings we purchased in different years, you can see them by going through the asset register. See, asset classes are divided like this, year wise. So this asset class is very, very important. This is how the asset class will be defined and mapped to the GL account. So, what do you mean by asset class? Group of similar type of assets is known as asset class. So what are the group here? Plant and machinery 1, plant and machinery 2, plant and machinery 3, plant and machinery 4. These are all similar type of assets. They are all coming under one group. So we classified them under one group. When we classify them under one group, that will be called as asset class. This is called plant and machinery asset class. What do you call this? Building asset class. All buildings are classified under one category, so buildings are treated as one category, one class. So all these assets, whatever we purchased under each asset class have to be mapped to one GL account. So when you go to balance sheet, you see the GL account, you get to see how many buildings we purchased, how many plant and machinery we purchased. But if you want to have the details of each asset, you need to go to the asset register, and you can see there number of assets purchased under the same category in different years. You will get to see there. Clear? Are you clear about asset class now? Now, once you know the asset class, so you also need to create a depreciation account for each asset class. Plant and machinery, you have to have one depreciation account. Buildings, you have to have one depreciation account. Vehicles, you need to have another depreciation account. Furniture, you have to have another depreciation account. Similar way, accumulated depreciation. For accumulated depreciation also, you have to have one account for plant and machinery. You have to have accumulated depreciation account for buildings. You have to have accumulated depreciation account for vehicles. Accumulated depreciation account for furniture. Each asset class, you have to have an accumulated depreciation account also. We will talk about depreciation, accumulated depreciation in coming slides. But you have to create one account for accumulated depreciation also. Then, you also need to create one account for profit on sale of asset. There are some companies, they will create only one profit on sale of account and one loss on sale of account. But there are companies, they create profit on sale of asset, loss on sale of asset for each asset class. Because they wanted to know clearly for each asset class, for plant and machinery, how many assets have been sold in the current year. Because they would have decided not to continue with the plant and machinery, they would have decided to sell. Then they need to understand whether they got the profit or loss, right? So they will create one profit on sale of account. They will create one loss on sale of asset account. So each category, each asset class, you need to create one profit on sale of asset, one loss on sale of asset account. So these many accounts you need to create. I missed out one thing here, CWIP, capital work in progress. This is meant for the assets under construction. CWIP, capital work in progress. We will talk about capital work in progress also. This CWIP account is created only for those assets under construction. Why this has to be created? How the CWIP account is being maintained? I'm going to explain that as well. But right now, what you need to understand, if I want to start learning about fixed assets, I need to understand the asset class. So I'm stopping here, right? Let us first understand the concept, how the asset class has to be created, how these asset classes have to be mapped to the GL accounts, and then we talk about what are the inputs required for fixed assets, And what is the meaning of depreciation? How do we account the depreciation? What are the different methods in depreciation? And what are the different journal entries for capitalization or capital work in progress, sale of assets? All these journal entries we are going to talk about very soon. So now video is becoming very lengthy. So I'm stopping here. You are going to get part 2 of the fixed assets next week. Till such time, please go through this video. If you like the content, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you so much.